All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a rough hour or so, but we're finally ready to watch Thor the Dark World. For some reason, neither my Xbox Series X nor my laptop want to play my Blu-ray copy of this film. Now,
Hmm.
while it is
And
the UK version of the film, it is a region ABC copy, like all
hmm,
films released by Paramount and Disney. So
interesting considering the fact that
it worked on my 4K player
that
that I
my
have downstairs and my PS3. Yes,
you
that's
know
how long I've had this. I had a PS3 back in the day. Well, I still have the
wow.
PS3. It's just not connected.
Yeah, I still have it too. It's just like yours, it's not connected either.
One of
Thing
these
is,
days,
I
it's gonna
get
come back.
I get this movie is kind of painfully average, but the thing is that there is some relevancy within it because it does introduce one of the Infinity Stones. So I'd hardly say that this is filler because at least we get something of substance within it. Not necessarily saying that substance is, good,
Well,
but you get the
at
point.
the very least, it has plot.
Yes, which is more than we can say for the vast majority of Phase 4 that isn't Spider-Man or Doctor
Yeah, I
Strange.
was gonna say, what, over half of the movies and pretty much all of the TV shows, they're threatening to bring the TV shows more into the movies, but I have a feeling that's gonna turn out the way it did with Agents of Shield, and it's just gonna kind of
Yeah.
not go great, you
Here's
know?
the thing. And you could just do what Netflix did and just keep them, contained within their own stories. We don't need them to be incorporated in the films. But
Or
no.
you could actually build a fucking world and have like maybe when you shoot a whole TV show, you could have it be like two movies released in a year or something like that. Or maybe you could do something to elegantly integrate aspects of the universe together so that people
Oh,
aren't
you mean like
lost
the
later on.
DCAU?
Yeah, kind of like that. And
Anyway,
or
so we're
or
all
MCU Phase 1. But yeah, we're all set.
any
This is
all right.
okay, so yeah, this is going to be a treat. I'm going to have to watch this off of a sketchy source, so
All right.
everybody ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. And welcome to the music that had become my bane for approximately the last 45 minutes to an hour. Because when I started up the Blu-ray, this was literally all that played.
Huh. It's weird how I just have like the American Blu-ray and whatnot, but
Yeah, the American Blu-ray disc is the same as the UK Blu-ray disc, fun fact. They released the same disc in the United States, Canada, the UK, Mexico, and a bunch of other places too, probably. There tends to be like only two major releases of stuff, so that they can reduce the amount of things that are on a disc. There's the one that's
hold
released
on.
in North America and Europe. North America, South America, Europe. Do you need me to pause?
Yeah, just pause for
Okay.
a brief moment because I got to turn up the audio on the mic because I could hardly hear anything.
You can't hear me or
The movie.
oh.
I had it.
Do we need to rewind it?
Ancient Force of Infinite Destruction. I'm at
Okay.
1 minute 2 seconds.
Okay. All right. So 3, 2, 1.
There we go. Now it's better.
Yeah. See. Anyways. Oh. Hi, Christopher Eccleston. Christopher Eccleston got to be in one movie. Meanwhile, David Tennant got to be in 2 seasons of Jessica Jones. And Peter Capaldi was barely in one DC movie.
Okay, why is it that I can't hear Anthony Hopkins narrating?
You're using headphones?
Yes.
I don't know. I can hear him perfectly fine, but what's the you're using your PS4, right?
Yes.
Huh. Try fiddling with the headphone jack. Maybe that'll help.
There we go.
Yeah, your your headphones rather, yeah, might have a short in the wire or something. Yeah, Malekith was trying to absorb one of the Infinity Stones, and his people were using the power of the Infinity Stone.
You know, the worst part is like, this version of Malekith still looks better than the one from the comics.
Yeah. The one from the comics was kind of weird.
And once upon
There's
a
been
time in Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Malekith was voiced by Quentin Flynn.
The masks of the elves in this kind of symbolism. Written and directed by Zack Snyder.
How did you feel about that robot chicken skit with Pockhead's death?
I saw like the first 2 seconds of it, and I was kind of like, I don't care.
I thought it was hilarious.
I'll have to check it out. I guess
because it's like I know that there's more to the original scene, but
how the fuck are you going to destroy the ether?
See, Boar is correct. Who plays Boar?
I don't know. I'd have to look that up. New Thor theme song composed by Brian Tyler. Brian Tyler did a good job, although I'm a little bit disappointed they didn't use the Mark Mothersbaugh score from the first film.
Tony Curran plays Boar.
Okay.
And like I said, this scene takes place. It's a little while after the first Avengers movie. The rest of the movie takes place in 2013.
Yeah, not that they did a particularly good job at communicating that to us.
The MCU timeline is just all kinds of fucky.
Yep.
I pitched an alternate version of this scene to you, Alex, and I'm sure you could appreciate. I'm sure you could appreciate some of the changes I've made.
I almost feel like this opening sequence had to be shot by a different director, because they're not doing the same thing that the film does later on. Spoiler warning. So, I mean, spoiler warning for the cinematography, but like these are all the same sets that they used in Thor 1. And they're still shooting kind of like how Gilderoy Lockhart did when he made the first film. They've got these very wide shots that, you know, they have some Dutch angles, kind of shows the magnificence of the scenario and the people and how big everything is. But it's not as dynamic as it was. And then as the film goes on, it becomes worse.
This characterization for Odin seems very antagonistic.
Yeah, it's more antagonistic than he was in the first film, I think.
It just seems a little out of character for him.
But at the same time, I kind of understand it, because, like...
Yeah, I understand it too, but...
Loki kind of fucked up the Earth in the last movie he was in, so...
Now, granted, I feel like we could have benefited from seeing more of the Nine Realms in this, but
yeah, well,
this is basically Thor, the last battle that Thor had to participate in,
And now
So
we
he's
cut
in
to an
Vanaheim?
indeterminate amount of time later. And, the movie is long enough as it is. Not that I'm saying I would have complained if it was a
Not
little
really.
bit longer,
Not even
but
2 hours long.
here's the problem. This is during the MCU's cut everything to shit phase, which for some reason started immediately after Iron Man 3 and ended ended
I just love how Thor is
before
just
Thor
so.
3.
Oh, now
Oh,
we have a different guy for Fandral.
not that anybody noticed, considering, the hair and
Zach-
the...
Yeah, and Zachary Levi actually looked like the last guy.
Yeah, we're not in a Don Cheadle situation here where the appearance, voice, and general mannerisms are so different to the previous actor that
Yeah.
it becomes,
No, it's
immersion
one that.
casting. But
It's one that's like it's so seamless you couldn't even tell.
and fun fact, Zachary Levi was originally...
Oh no!
Hi, Korg.
Sadly, that's not Korg.
Oh, I was hoping he'd die early so that we could get him out of the way.
Korg was the better character in the comics and in the Planet Hulk movie.
Yeah.
The MCU, as we'll see in Ragnarok, not so much.
I was actually kind of surprised at how much I liked Korg in Planet Hulk. Boy, you don't sound like you're from New Zealand at all.
If only that's what happened to Korg.
Nah, Mike.
If only.
All we need to do is find his face, and we'll put the whole thing back together. He'll be right as rain within a week. Yeah, Zachary Levi was originally approached for Fandrel back in Thor 1. He had to turn it down because he was filming the show Chuck at the time. After Chuck ended, he was able to come onto this, while the previous Fandrel actor was doing something else. And he would play Fandrel until Fandrel's... and the rest of the Warriors 3's unfortunate end in the worst Thor film until Love and Blunder. Oh, God.
Relax, we're not getting to that film till... We're not getting to Love and Blunder until next year.
Thank fucking God.
Sadly, we've got quite a few parts of the dumpster fire to get through. Welcome to Asgard with Open Bar. How many open bars do you think Asgard has?
Asgard has an entire district that is nothing but open bars.
Cool.
Well, you know what would have been nice to see more of? The Ravens.
What?
In the fourth and fifth, or third and fourth Thor films. Yeah. Early on, you won't notice the cinematography issues so much, especially in the exterior shots or the Earth shots. Now, Thor the Dark World was, at several points in time, supposed to be directed by many, many people. One of whom being Patty Jenkins, who went on to do Wonder Woman.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Another thing to know is, Thor is very clearly a different character than he was in the first Thor movie.
Yeah, he's growing and changing. Which undone come Thor 3.
And it's kind of a shame. Oh, now we get to see this film's many
dry panty in the house.
The film's many instances of of celebration of the male form.
Apparently, Kenneth Branagh didn't know that they were planning on making a Thor 2. And they didn't approach him for it.
Which is stupid.
Yeah. Patty Jenkins exited this film in December of 2011, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
1 sec.
Let's see. Eventually, Alan Taylor wound up directing it in the end. Apparently, Mads Mikkelsen and Benedict Cumberbatch were both supposed to play Malekith. Alan Taylor, also known for directing Terminator Genesis.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Poor guy. Gets saddled with really bad movies.
Yeah. Apparently, Daniel Minahan was also supposed to direct this film at some point in time. He was a TV director, apparently known for a bunch of HBO and Netflix stuff.
Now, Alex, do you...
Alan Taylor also directed The Many Saints of Newark, so it is proof that he can do good movies as well. Oh, he was a director on The Sopranos, too. That's cool.
Right.
And he did a bunch of Game of Thrones episodes, too.
And here we have Miss Portman getting hit on by someone who's not Hayden Christensen or Chris Hemsworth.
You're trying to turn her against me!
There is still way too much of Revenge of the Sith that I could quote.
Master Skywalker, I swear I didn't mean anything by...
So...
Yeah, her name was Diana Prince. I don't know if you've ever heard of her. Yeah, oh, I do hope that Thor isn't sleeping with other dudes. I especially hope he's not sleeping with Loki.
Go away! Go away! You're not funny! You're not funny! Leave this movie!
Take off your shirt.
No, we don't care! I don't care! I do not...
Let's have Darcy eating a piece of bread in this scene. That way she'll look even more like an asshole. Why did we just have 6 cuts there? Why are we... What the fuck? Who? What? Ah! My filmmaker's brain is... We're not quite breaking the 180 rule, but we're getting close to it.
Alex, can we just
Nope, we just broke the 180 rule.
Alex, can we just yeet Darcy out of this whole movie?
I want to yeet the fucking cinematographer. Who put together the shot list?
Alex, I literally told you who to blame.
I know. Who? Okay. 2 editors on this film.
Yeah, only 2 editors.
Who edited... Dan Lebenthal edited Iron Man 2. Well, that explains a few things about that movie. Spider-Man Homecoming, Ant-Man and the Wasp. He also edited Elf, Cowboys and Aliens. Shit. This guy has more bad films than good films, just barely. The other guy doesn't even have a fucking...
Why do you have an unfunny intern?
Yeah, this universe already didn't have enough characters.
Alex, you wonder why I don't like Kat Dennings? I just don't think she's funny at all. She plays the same... She plays literally the same character every time.
I've seen Two Broke Girls. Darcy is not the same as whatever the fuck like she was in that.
She's played the
Darcy's
exact same way.
Darcy's a lot more like optimistic and naive, whereas her character
Oh god, pixelated balls
from Two Broke Girls is more cynical.
and pixelated ass.
We don't. They say that a hero could save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait.
Alex, I can't even imagine how anybody would react to that. I'd just be like, Lois, are you really? It just no, God no. That's just, I don't know what you're thinking. Shut the fuck up, Ian. You're not funny, and neither is she. So, Alex, which part of the Animatrix do you think they took this from?
It was that one where they went to the building.
Except this is
we're not aliens.
No, they don't have
Are you from Torchwood? I was really hoping to meet Captain Jack. He's dreamy.
Oh, God.
Just as long as he didn't bring that stupid whore with him, that Mary Sue who ended the series in the first episode. Oh, big deal. You lifted a truck with 2 fingers. I know 5 people who can do that. But yeah, this is definitely from that one where they had the glitch. Oh my god. Darcy, I think we might have entered an abandoned Aperture science laboratory. That really bad editing.
Okay. Duly noted.
Spit it out, you stupid bitch. Huh.
Okay, that was funny. You dumbass! Yes! This is why you should never trust your car keys with the unfunny, idiotic intern.
Quick, let's throw the intern in.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. Let's throw Darcy in as well.
But then her boobs would go with her.
Good! I don't care!
She's got bigger boobs than Natalie Portman does.
I would rather receive death by snoo snoo from Rangiku Matsumoto than that woman.
Okay, then.
Do not lecture me on how she's just a drawing. Do not even attempt to lecture me on that.
I wasn't gonna.
Good.
Kat Dennings is just a collection of carbon, water, and other elements arranged to look like human flesh.
Yes. Perhaps we could use alchemy to make one that's actually funny.
See,
Well,
I tried that, but it kept coming out. Well, I just
someone needs a sandwich.
I just want to say that, and if you know how the rest of that goes.
And if I do turn off my microphone periodically, that's because I've got some snackies and I don't want my chewing to, to appear on the audio. Speaking of which,
It's kind of funny that this movie came out the same year as Man of Steel. They're not dramatically similar. They're just close enough that it's a little bit funny. Christopher Eccleston is not making his first appearance in a superhero production in this movie. He was also in the first season of the show Heroes. Heroes back when it was still good.
Oh, hi, Heimdall. No, you're just early. Now he's walking around in a Snuggie. I still would like someone to show me who exactly complained about Idris Elba's Heimdall. Oh,
That would be a total of fuck and all.
I haven't seen anybody.
It was like how like people were throwing him around as an idea for the next James Bond, and the thing was, he would have worked, but he would have worked back when Daniel Craig was cast, and now both of them are too old for the role.
And now she's in between with the ether. Foreshadowing.
She's in the in-between.
Oh my god. Note to self, never touch red things ever again. And also never sign on to do a movie with Taika Waititi directing it.
Especially not a Star Wars movie. This is a simple conversation. Why are we shot reverse shotting?
And this is yet another showing of Thor's capabilities.
What? Why didn't we? Why exactly didn't we see the Bifrost?
I think because he got there before. I think he got there like a bit of a distance away. and then they later have a very complicated relationship to the point where neither of them were, willing to communicate, and then they just break up for some stupid reason because both parties weren't willing to just,
sit down and talk to each other for a brief period of time.
Oh, Love and Blunder can go fuck itself.
And then she got snap cancer, which makes no sense.
No, she got snapped, got brought back, and then got cancer.
Yeah, that doesn't make any... Just go watch How It Should Have Ended's video on Thor 4. It's
they did
great.
It so much better.
And to all the people who royally bitched at me for using stuff like the How It Should Have Ended's as examples for criticism over the years, go fuck yourself. Just because it's got funny jokes in it doesn't mean there's not valid criticism in there.
See, that was actually also a good joke. Oh dear.
Was that a Wilhelm scream I heard in there?
I think I faintly heard one.
Yeah. Dear God, Shane, you've got superpowers.
Do you not see who I am? I am Thor of the Avengers, god damn it.
I am Thor, me damn it. You know I'm gonna get arrested now, right?
Did you see that cop car?
Yeah, he cut the front end off of it. I like how he didn't even move. He just sort of casually dodged out of the way.
It's just like,
what the fuck was that?
No. It's likely he saw that coming since, Heimdall could see pretty much everything. Meanwhile, in Svartalfheim, seriously, how hard is it to pronounce it, Screen Junkies? Come on! It's right there!
It's spelled out. It is literally spelled out.
Like, Asgard. I'm like, buddy, John Bailey, it is spelled out right there. Svartalfheim. Learn how to pronounce own stuff. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away,
boy, it really is a shame that all of this got destroyed in Thor 3. Because I have a really good feeling they could probably have cured her cancer using their space magic.
Yeah. Worst part is Thor, or
Gee, Dad. Cool it with the racism.
also very uncharacteristically antagonistic of him.
Yeah. Like, this is something I have a bit more quarrel with.
Yeah. It's like now that Odin sees this, he's like, okay, yeah, this is not something that doctors can help. We're going to need to keep her here. See, at the very least, that characterization makes sense when you say.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a nice. That's actually a bit of dialogue I didn't even notice.
Yep.
Like while the other relics appeared as stones, this appeared as like a fluid. I'm like, that's really neat. Kind of a shame we didn't get at some decent world building in Phase 4, guys, because even this movie delivers on that.
And unfortunately, Age of Ultron was not allowed to follow up on it because the scene talking about the Infinity Stones got hacked to shreds in the editing bay.
By a weed whacker or a chainsaw?
Take your pick. Neither one
What?
of them are good.
Why not both?
Both
At the same time?
Yeah, both sounds about right.
I love how we're basically road to El Doradoing this stuff. You've seen that movie, right?
Yes, I have.
Good. This is an interesting way to weaponize your guys. Mm-hmm. Now I'm wondering, is his assistant, or rather his number 2, a character in the comics as well? Meanwhile, the Warriors 3.
Hashtag cancelled.
Oh, Curse is the guy with the helmet is called Cursed? Or
That's a strange name.
Algrim? The Strong? That was what he was originally called.
Huh.
Wow. Yes. 1 second. Nice little tender moment.
Yeah. Almost like it was a giant waste of time to write in them breaking up in Thor 3. You could have just not even brought it up. You know? You don't have to do things. Now, if you hadn't have said, "Oh yeah, we broke up in Ragnarok," people would have
If you
wondered where
squint,
she was,
if you
but
squint,
ultimately it wouldn't have mattered.
Alex, if you squinted hard enough, you would have seen in Fat Thor and Rocket just pass by while Loki's messing around with that.
Yeah. Allahu Akbar!
Loki'd be like, "Okay, what's going on now?"
I just hear somebody say Aloha Snack Bar. Well, you don't really have to do anything. You can just kind of leave him in there. Or not.
Well, now they have to do something.
Okay, the continuity of space here is so bad.
Oh, wow. He practically drained them like they were zombies. Or practically making them...
The amount of cuts where it isn't clear what part of the background is where is very absurd.
Yes.
Not that difficult to frame up your shots so that, okay, you've got this, this, and this. All these events happening. And like, come on, this is a big Hollywood production. You're supposed to think this stuff out ahead of time, people.
Like, nah.
Oh, you don't want to break me out, do you? What, afraid I'd stop you? I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't hear you the first time, because, I'm like 30 feet away, and there's a force field and a bunch of people fighting.
Okay. 1 second.
That guy's fucking dead.
The amount of force Thor exerted to break that guy's neck. Oh, hi. Sif. Hey, someone took my sword. He's like, wait a second, what was that? And CinemaSins, when they were sitting this movie, questioned how Heimdall's sword could break through the material that these ships are made of. Or rather, the knives, anyway. Heimdall's stuff is made out of the same stuff that Thor's hammers is composed of. The stuff made in Nidavellir.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps you should grab your sword now, Heimdall. Ooh. He's like, oh. We've got a huge-ass problem. Pew 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 pew. Asgard's technology is far more advanced than some people give it credit for.
Yep, and more advanced than sometimes it gets portrayed as.
Yeah.
I feel like there should have been more dedicated to the Siege of Asgard than they did in Thor Ragnarok. But,
Yeah. Oh, not looking too good. Those guys are dead.
Yep.
It's almost like this part of the movie was a distraction. What if they come out from the other side? Well, then we'll just get up and go around that way. Oh. Oh, wow. That is... Meanwhile...
Hello, I'm the Doctor.
I am Darth Evil McBadguy. As noted by my epic choral...
Sound like you're from the North. Oh, silly girl, lots of planets of a North. I like how he just casually destroys the throne, you know?
Hmm. You really got you really gotta, try your damnedest and have a carefully plotted out strategy where Odin's death is a guarantee. It have fell Asgard.
Like I said, I'm the doctor. You really sound like you're from the north. Why? You want to put it in your blue box? Okay, she goes from being perfectly relaxed to being struggling in his arms. Okay.
Ow! I think Thor arrived far too late.
Probably took that guy's arm off.
And CinemaSins also questioned that shit and how far is Mjolnir gonna go until it comes back, and I'm like, until until Thor summons it back.
Yeah, I was
Like
gonna
so.
say, like, not very far. It came back to his hand pretty quickly. That's why
I love
their sins list is kinda. Why is there no blood?
I don't know.
But yeah, their sins list is kind of strange because they'll ask questions that are basically irrelevant to the movie, and then ding!
Oh, Odin is pissed. And the music in this scene is just so haunting.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they ended up parodying it in Thor Ragnarok, I'm just like, come on, guys.
At least it wasn't the Love and Thunder recreation thing. God only knows why that was still going on.
And as tradition with the Viking funerals,
Yep. People can say that it was inaccurate, and in a lot of ways that it is inaccurate to Norse mythology, but it's still more faithful to a lot of these first two films are a lot more faithful to the broader aspects of Norse mythology than stuff like even Black Panther. Black Panther wasn't all that faithful to African mythology. They just kind of pulled shit
made
out of
stuff
their
up.
asses. Yeah. Like this has a lot of they made stuff up to make the story easier to tell or to, to do different things with it. But then like Black Panther, they can't seem to figure out what the backstory of Wakanda is supposed to be or like what the mythological elements all amount to. Is it
And
real? Is it fake? Is it all in somebody's head? Is it just something people imagined?
yep. And meanwhile we're thankful that the Marvel universe multiverse has omitted the fact that Loki was the one who gave birth to Odin's horse.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were doing with that back in the day. Who came up with that? I'd like to go back and find the Viking who came up with that and just whack him over the head with a copy of Thor's hammer. Why are you making those shoes fuck? I
Mr.
stand.
Lee. Oh, that was good. See, the Stan Lee cameos are always great.
Yeah.
See, even the subtitles call him Curse.
Hmm.
Now Odin's about to do a very uncharacteristic thing. Odin, this is not something you would do.
Really?
This is
You're you're
this
you're
is
not
a
gonna you're not gonna send your guys out there to try and track
even
down the guy who
even
killed
if you're
your wife.
even if you're grieving, Odin, this is not an ideal strategy. You're willing to risk everybody.
They're trying to draw a strange analogy between our protagonists and our antagonists, and they're not really doing it well. I kind of feel like one thing, Odin would probably be kind of down to hunt down and kill the guy who killed Frigga, you know?
Agreed. We already saw this.
But that was literally a news report we already saw.
Yeah, it's not the most elegantly assembled film. Heimdall's height is inconsistent at best. He's like 7 feet. He's like 8 feet tall in the fucking
comics.
Room. No, he's like 8 feet tall in the portal room, and now he's Thor's height.
Did
they forget to do like the?
I feel like that's more the fact that he was standing on something.
Well, yeah, but he's also portrayed as being a kind of a giant.
He's still a bit taller. He's still a bit taller.
He's a little bit taller, but he's not. He's not like as. I think they messed up the Force perspective here or something, because they were using Force perspective.
It's a perspective issue, Alex.
Yeah. It's like, let's see, how tall is Idris Elba? Excuse me. Six 2. 6'3", yeah. So they're only making him look a little bit taller.
Jeez.
This is something I really liked.
Why?
What?
Why do you do this to me every time?
You looked at the stream, didn't you?
Take that off now!
Do you like the background? It's new.
Take it off now. The Don Cheadle face. Stop this.
Do you like the background?
The background's nice.
I made a new background for us.
That's fine.
I'll send it
I just want the Don Cheadle face gone. Remove that. There we go. Better.
Yeah, I really like this scene. This is a good piece of characterization between the two of them.
Meanwhile, most people are making him sound like Tommy Wiseau. Oh, hi, Thor. How's your sex life?
Yeah, apparently Heimdall's canonical height is 7'2".
I like this bit.
I love this one.
Jamie Alexander actually he spoke those lines, but Chris Hemsworth dubbed it over.
Yeah. And then there's this one. Yeah, Tom Hiddleston put on the Captain America suit and filmed this scene, and then Chris Evans mimicked.
I love how when we see Avengers Endgame, we find out how Loki's able to mimic his mannerisms. Okay. I mean, he did stab you after turning into a snake and turning it back into himself. Ah, it's me. Oh, that ad-libbed backstory is so good.
Yeah. It's a shame the rest of the film wasn't that good.
Indeed. Shot well.
Yeah.
Oh!
Look at that. He's taller than Odin.
Oh, he's just standing on a
No,
higher
I can
platform.
I can see that. I can see that, but it's like even when you take that into account, he's supposed to be 7'2", and in that one scene he was the same height as Thor, just barely.
Loki will later be subjected to a time-looped torture in which he will be kicked in the balls repeatedly and punched in the face by Sif.
Mm.
Sick.
Some of the writing in this film is really good, though. I feel like a bunch of the really good lines had to have been written by Marcus and McFeely. Like, I can't tell you that for a fact, but given that Marcus and McFeely worked on this film,
Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely.
yep. Yeah, screenplay by Christopher Yost and Marcus and McFeely. Although Christopher Yost also wrote Next Avengers, Heroes of Tomorrow, Hulk versus...
Oh, what were they doing to him?
I don't know. He wrote the Owen Wilson movie Secret Headquarters. He was a writer on the Netflix Bebop show.
Oh, jeez.
But he was also a writer on X-Men Evolution, The Batman, the TV show, not the movie.
I love Loki's commentary here.
Yeah.
That's great.
Ninja Turtles, Wolverine and the X-Men, Armored Adventures, Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
I mean, both you and Loki could technically fly a Thor.
Yeah, he actually wrote some of the better episodes of Star Wars Rebels. Some of the only tolerable ones in season 4.
Oh dear, is she dead? This banter is why we love Loki.
Yes.
I feel like this movie has the best written version of Loki.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Probably that Avengers one.
That was good.
Huh. Marcus and McFeely also wrote the first 3 Chronicles of Narnia movies, Pain and Gain. They also did some script polish on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, that's good.
So guess how long that was there.
How long?
Guess.
How long?
Not as long as you'd think.
Just tell me.
I didn't put it up when the stream started, because I figured you'd be
I'll
watching when it
figure it
started.
out. I'll figure it out when I watched in post.
Yeah, so I put it up later. Why are you guys so slow at the draw? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go become Captain Marvel. You have to become a woman? No, not that one. Fuck, Thor, you're stupid.
Possibly. That was good.
Yeah.
No.
We're on a Breaking Benjamin album cover.
You know, if that eclipse were blood red, and I could have sworn we were in the Nexus.
Weird Al starts singing Enter Sandman.
And suddenly we're surrounded by a bunch of faces. You know where I'm going with this, right?
Oh, I know.
By the way, fun fact, Weird Al's version of Enter Sandman was used in Berserk Abridged during the first part of the finale.
Mhm.
Boys, you're both beautiful in your own unique way. He sincerely would. Now, see, Alex, you have single-handedly proven that even if I don't say a word, you'll still do it anyway.
Yes, but your request to have that be the movie image today is what prompted it. 'Cause I thought,
Why?
if I mirrored on Cheadle's face and Photoshop Loki's hair over it, it'll blend in perfectly.
Except you didn't count on the fact that I watched the stream as well as helped do it.
Whatever the fuck this is. I presume it's an industrial grade dildo.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Buddy, okay, hold those lengthwise, put one over your shoulder, hand the other to Selvig. Yeah, that implies that this is taking place a lot closer to the Avengers than it appears to be. Like, that's kind of why I thought this was taking place around the same time as Iron Man 3 in the first place. Nerd, Darcy, you're... Huh.
European starlings. Just throws out all of his meds. Someone's gonna go looking in there to find something.
Yep.
Oh, good, you're awake. We're here. Malay, Kith. Did you ever see those Comedy Central little bits where Loki is with all those kids? Alex?
Yeah.
Still a lot funnier than this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I am Loki of Asgard.
Diana of New Jersey.
Diana of Themyscira.
Oh no, I have been stabbed. Whatever shall I do? Ah, I'm tumbling down a hill. I am very wounded right now and quite vulnerable. Oh, I have
Considering
been...
that boot did not connect to my face, I think so, yes.
Oh no, I lost my arm. Whatever shall I do?
Damn it, that's the second husband I've had who's lost an arm.
Oh no. Oh, now I
sure
must
hope I
be a
don't have
lefty for the rest of my life.
I sure hope I never have a son who loses his right arm, too.
Give it a moment, it might happen. Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka. That's all I'm hearing. I'm sorry. I am currently coping with the fact that I am now a lefty. I mean, have you ever had to have that happen to you?
Superstar.
Damn it. What's this?
I just saw some really cosmic shit just now.
Really, Thor? You think you could destroy an Infinity Stone? Ah, yes, because that was totally going to work.
It didn't work. It did not work.
Look at the shards of the Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
And I think the two stones that caused the plot of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite were the two stones that ended up in Asgard's possession in these movies.
Mm-hmm. Space and reality, right?
Yes.
Reality. I don't know.
Oh no! You know, Loki, Thor, and Odin are all boss monsters in the Ice Seer deck from Yu-Gi-Oh!
I remember that.
That deck, that archetype sucks. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, oh!
Oh no! Loki's definitely dead this time.
Oh no,
Or
I
get
am
him definitely out of my movie this time.
Wait, what?
I pulled the pin on your space grenade, fucker. Well, yes, you may be a fool, but at least you won't be a dead fool. Wait, really? My my illusion didn't fool you. After however many thousand years it's been, did you really think it would? I was kind of hoping it would.
Meanwhile, Loki's just sitting there watching this with popcorn. He really thinks I'm dead now? This is good entertainment. You know, maybe you should carry Loki's body with you.
Yeah, just to make sure that has some weight to it, you know?
Yeah, and you know, not dead weight. Well, I mean, we kind of already established that.
Jane, why do you have that as your ringtone?
Thor's just like, what is going on now?
Funny enough, yes.
Yep, they're back in London. That coat hanger is worthy of Mjolnir.
Yeah, I believe that was improvised by Chris Hemsworth previously.
It
Like,
was.
he'd just hang it up on a nearby hangar at times, and the director was like, we should use that in the movie.
Yeah. Hemsworth is great at ad-libbing.
Unfortunately, it couldn't save the Ghostbusters remake or Men in Black
No.
4.
Nope.
Ugh. Fucking hell.
Anyway, hold on one sec.
Is he actually dead, or is he just pulling another one of his tricks? I'm not really sure. I have to figure out what the plot says.
Greenwich. Another Greenwich.
Yes.
Yep. Who's got squeaky shoes?
Don't know. Alright, who brought the Klingon ship? Oh god, it's powering up weapons.
That's a massive ship.
It's a massive something.
Would you say it's a massive crucifix?
Yes.
It looks like one. Let's not beat around the bush here. So yeah, the balance of the Nine Realms was why Thor wasn't present, and for most of this, and I'm gonna have to look and see what Cap was doing after the events of the first Avengers movie. I mean, obviously he was working with S.H.I.E.L.D., but still. And there was actually a point that the Birdman brought up in regards to this movie. It's like Jeremy was like saying like, oh, where are the other Avengers in this non-Avengers sequel? And the response was that would kind of undermine in some of the tension in this movie, these movies, if the Avengers were to show up at everything.
The tension in these movies needs to be undermined.
But then that would just make the heroes by themselves look incompetent.
No, it wouldn't. It'd just be like, you know what would be an easy solution for this? Calling the rest of the team. And this is the kind of stuff that the rest of the team would have been called for in the comics. Like, oh, there's a dark elf invading the fucking planet and tearing shit up. Probably ought to call the Avengers for that. That's kind of how the Avengers were in the comics. That's kind of how the Justice League were in the comics. Like, you weren't having to deal with...
I think the most accurate version of what you're describing is basically the Justice League cartoon.
Yeah, well, that was something I was about to bring up. The Justice League cartoon was a great example of that. Had a lot of the Justice League comics, too. Because they had constant team-ups, and the team-ups had stakes still.
And then there was also Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Mm-hmm. If this were like one of those team-up shows and whatnot, then that would make sense. But this is a solo movie.
Yeah, rather unfortunately, they've decided that solo films still need to exist in the MCU.
Thor just does a Matrix slide.
Yep.
I feel like this is one of those battles that just... takes place...
Written and directed by Zack Snyder.
Yep.
Collateral damage, what's that?
Oh, now we're thinking with portals. Yeah, seeing as this is taking place over multiple realms, I'm like...
Portal 2 come out?
2010?
So it's reasonable to say that somebody might have played Portal 2 between when this movie was...
I just love the massive trip that Mjolnir is going to be taking throughout this scene. This final battle is ridiculous.
I love people inside of the buildings looking out and seeing the superhero battle.
Mjolnir's like, oh, come on!
Yeah. Just quick quick comparison between these guys in the military from Stargate and Man of Steel. They're actually kind of useful. Blue pants, red boots.
Now they're on Jotunheim.
Oh god, it's fucking cold here. Hey, I thought I killed you. Oh god. Oh me, we're falling.
Oh! Oh, that creature? It's just gonna be left here.
Yeah. Hagrid's gonna find it and he's gonna be like, oh, you're a nice boy, aren't you? Come here.
And Hagrid's gonna befriend it because, as of course he is. He's gonna. Well, I mean, yes, I did.
Oh, this guy never shows up in any future films.
Okay!
And I think we see why.
It's Mjolnir. Oh, this is an interesting scene. Okay.
Alrighty then. Oh my god, you could grind meat on those pecs.
Well, people have told me they could grind meat on my ab. That I could grind meat on my abs. Oh, do go on. Sorry, but I'm still a one-woman only man. Oh.
Unless, of course, I get to spend an entire movie hitting on Valkyrie.
Who is a lesbian?
Allegedly.
No, they actually have confirmation that one of the...
I understand that, but I'm saying it's still allegedly because it depends on which version of Thor.
Oh, right.
Watched. And who knows, in Thor 5 they might decide to pair her up with a dude who looks like a lady.
So anybody from Aerosmith?
Yes.
Oh dear, maybe I shouldn't have taken that train. But I can. And apparently on his caller ID, Thor refers to Nick Fury as Nick Furry.
Motherfucker, do I look like I have one of those fursuits to you? What even would my fursona be?
I don't know.
Well, you're the one who said I was a furry.
Your name is Nick Furry. I've come to accept your surrender.
That was a strange cut there.
Wait, where'd my arm go? Ow! And now my other arm's gone? Mjolnir's like, oh, finally I can find you!
staked him into the middle of the spaceship.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was bad for the heroes to kill the villain at the end of the movie.
Hey, Batman does it all the time.
There was allegedly a problem with the heroes causing a bunch of devastation when they fought with the villain in a film that came out the same year this one did.
Oh, but it's totally okay when Thor does it, just because
Eh,
Marvel. And now it's just gone. Jane be like, wait, why am I not dead? What the? Oh, sugar honey iced tea!
Now, is it really any different to kill the villain by actually killing him, or kill him by deliberately dropping a giant thing on him?
No,
I
it
ask
isn't.
you.
It really isn't.
Now, I know people bitch about this film in some ways, but they typically aren't complaining that the bad guy died at the end.
They complain that the movie is quote unquote boring.
The movie is desperately trying to be interesting. I'll give it that much.
Yes, it does have its moments.
The average cuts per minute are proof enough. Jesus Christ. Uh,
And I feel like, and we know the twist, right?
I'm just raising a couple of eyebrows at this because, like, I get it, but
I feel like Loki just wanted to kind of give Thor a nice tender moment, and with Odin, and before, or taking over.
this is. Besides, if I tried to pick it up, I'd give myself away immediately.
Okay, Loki. Where's father? Oh,
He's in a place called Las Vegas. I believe he said something about blackjack and hookers.
God damn it. Why? Why did you post it on Twitter?
I just figured it'd be funny. Maybe if somebody saw it, they'd like it. I like how this really doesn't amount to anything in the next movie.
Yeah. So, seeing... So, has your opinion of this movie really changed all that much?
No, I like it, but I don't. There's a lot of things wrong with it. The cinematography is all over the place, the editing sucks, and the plot's fine, you know? Like, it's serviceable.
6.5 out of 10.
I'd say, yeah, maybe... No, yeah, I'd say 6.5. 6.5 is perfectly reasonable for this.
Yeah. It does enough where it's not considered filler, but it's still, it's there. Thankfully, the next movie is anything but filler.
Yeah. Captain America, the Winter Soldier, really fucking good. Like,
yes.
I'd even spoil my rating for it. I'd say it's pretty much a 10 out of 10.
Yep, same here.
Unfortunately, they kind of didn't follow up on it in Age of Ultron. I'm still bitter about this, Joss.
Hey, I'm not arguing with you on that one.
Yeah.
Not funny, Kat Dennings. You'll never be funny.
You laughed at her more than I did in this.
No, I laughed at some of the stuff. I laughed at other jokes that she wasn't entirely involved in. She herself is not funny. Stop trying to insist that she is funny. What the... Oh, and here's a neat little teaser for an upcoming movie.
Yeah. This isn't going to make sense for a while now.
And look, Benicio del Toro.
Thankfully without a stutter like he has in The Last Jedi, where he's just kinda really irritating. Of course, he is acting like the Joker here.
Basically, it's because they feel like, yeah, we can't have the ether on Asgard. We're gonna have to give it to somebody else. How do you feel
In
about
a world with literal aliens, Benicio del Toro is the one who's acting the most alien here.
even compared to the pink girl with the pigtails?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look up when this scene takes place in terms of the Marvel timeline.
Second, was that Claude from Star Wars?
I know we got another post-credit scene to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but as for stuff we'll be doing in the following days, we have 8 more episodes of adolescents doing acts that would be considered justice. Don't worry. We just got to get through that season and season 4, then we'll move on to something good.
Yeah, we better... It's sad that you're doing Ben 10 without me, because I'd rather be doing Ben 10 than that fucking show.
Well, here's the thing. You'd have to be here earlier.
Oh yeah, I can't really do Thursdays, because Thursday is one of my busy days.
No, I mean Fridays.
Oh, Fridays. Oh, I thought you were doing it on Thursdays.
No, I arranged this stuff with RGS on
Okay.
Friday, like hours before we do our death battle reaction. So if you want to join us for that, feel free. We're currently on episode 6 on that show, so if you want to get caught up, you might want to get through episodes 1 through 5.
What time are you guys doing it?
Around 1:30.
Oh, yeah. That's
EST.
the middle of the lunch rush at work.
Okay, so never mind then.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wanted to try to be we're gonna end up covering the rest of season 1 on that. Somehow, Palpatine returned.
Still
the monkey
cracking up at that.
Yes.
By the way, there's the new background if you want that.
Alrighty.
I'm going to work up a foreground thing soon too, hopefully. Attil Thor Thorgeirsson was the charge hand greensman, whatever the fuck that means. The man has Thor in his name twice, and he worked on a Thor movie. Marvel Creative Committee, Alan Fine, Joe Quesada, Owen Buckley, and Brian Michael Bendis. Fuck. There are 2 names on that I fucking hate.
Oh, God.
And I used to like Bendis. Bendis used to be good.
And then he decided he didn't want to be good anymore.
Yeah.
The soundtrack available on Marvel Music Hollywood Records.
And eventually they'd stop releasing soundtracks entirely. I'm kind of disappointed because I really liked the Love and Thunder soundtrack. It was the only thing I liked about that movie. And I'm not talking about the licensed tracks. I'm talking about, like, the Michael Giacchino
Which were poorly used.
Yeah. But, like, seriously, Michael Giacchino composed a heavy metal score for that film, and then they just didn't fucking use it in some places.
Of course.
And you know
How
what
we
else? You know what they could have done? They could have used the band Thor. But they didn't. Did you know there was a band called Thor?
No.
The lead singer is a man named John Thor.
What?
Yeah, that's his real name.
I should know by now not to question these things.
And if you look to your left, you'll see Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy kissing on the same rooftop.
Meanwhile...
Why did we never have an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where those guys track that thing down? Where is that thing? Is that thing still just frolicking through the English countryside?
Who knows? Thor will return. Eventually. Maybe. We don't know.
We're not actually sure if Thor Ragnarok counts.
Anywho, next week we will be doing Diamonds Are Forever. And then following that will be When Captain America Throws His Mighty Shield. Oh, and that Sunday will...
I was gonna start singing Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, but I only know the Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend line. So, yeah, tomorrow we'll be back with Young Justice, and otherwise...
And Monday is the MacCast.
Yep.
Where I'll be doing more XT Gale of Darkness. Meanwhile, Alex, what will you be playing?
I'm gonna be playing more Sonic the Hedgehog 4, I believe.
Are you still on episode 1?
Yes.
Oh.
When I get done with that, I'm probably gonna go back and do Knuckles' campaign in Sonic 3. Because I think that is entirely different to Sonic's campaign, right?
Somewhat.
Oh, somewhat. It's different enough.
Right.
Maybe I'll do that. I might just go straight to Sonic 4 Part 2. We never did get an episode 3.
No.
Disappointing there. But hey.
You know how it is.
Got to roll with the punches to get to what's real.
And to think in Snyder's plan we would have gotten in Superman.
You know, why exactly did it take them so fucking long to make another film? Because Man of Steel, I get Man of Steel got delayed so it didn't have to compete with the Avengers. But why didn't they, like, why weren't they working on other movies while they were working on BVS? Because this is just this...
I don't know!
Gigantic gap where they could have put literally anything. There's a 3-year gap between Man of Steel and BVS. And I get it.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers was stupid. They cut BVS into one film from 2. But Part 1 was supposed to release in 2015. Part 2 was supposed to release in 2016. You could have put the Wonder Woman movie in 2014. You could have put Aquaman in 2014. You could have put The Flash in 2014. You could have put a Cyborg movie in 2014. You had so much to work with. You had so much time between Man of Steel and BVS, and you didn't use it. And then you put out 2 films in 2016.
I think we should end the stream now.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna complain briefly. You put out 2 films in 2016. Then you put out, what was it, 3 films in 2017?
Yes.
And then, there was... Okay, yeah. No, it was 2. So they had Man of Steel in 2013, BVS and Suicide Squad in 2016, Wonder Woman and Justice League in 2017. Then, literally, only Aquaman came out in 2018. You could have put out God knows how much other stuff in there. All right, and then along comes...
Shazam.
Excuse me. Yeah, Shazam waits until the next year. Birds of Prey and Wonder Woman 84 come out the next year. And then The Suicide Squad is the only new film released in 2021, other than, and you know, technically Zack Snyder's Justice League counts, but that should have been released back in 2017.
Right.
Like, this is a 9-year period of time between Man of Steel and Black Adam. And they put out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 films. And Marvel put out 12 films in Phase 2 alone, I think.
No, I actually counted. It's...
Okay.
They put Iron Man 3 and this movie in 2013. In 2014, they put out Captain America and and
Hang on.
Guardians of the Galaxy. In 2015, they put out Age of Ultron and Ant-Man.
Okay, so the Infinity Saga takes place between, over the course of 11 years. And over those 11 years, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 films, and like 6 TV shows. And
Yeah.
in a roughly equivalent period of time, the DCEU has 1 TV show and 12 films, I think I said.
Yes.
Yeah. It's embarrassing. Like, you wouldn't have had to rush nearly as much if there hadn't been this big gap between these films. And now, Marvel is doing the same thing, where they're artificially creating giant gaps between movies so that they can have their own personal massive plot holes. Or things that they have to rush, or whatever the fuck. Excuse me. Or they're just writing themselves into corners and making everything terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Oh, we'll see you guys tomorrow with Young Justice. The murder levels will return. Bye.
Bye.
And we're done.